The state of Indiana wants to divert billions of gallons of water from the Wabash River to a huge business park in Boone County. Tonight, more criticism aimed at the state agency that is trying to develop this controversial pipeline. Our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel says tonight who that criticism is coming from is a big surprise.
The proposed Wabash River pipeline that would send billions of gallons of water from Lafayette to Lebanon is being developed by the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. The state agency says the pipeline is necessary to provide water to a massive industrial park called the Leap Innovation District that IEDC is creating in Boone County. But this week, the plan from IEDC was blasted by someone unexpected, a former president of IEDC.
I just think there's some deep concerns and questions that need to be answered.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Eric Doden does not like the pipeline being developed by his former agency. He's released a statement saying the LEAP project would divert natural resources from a smaller region to support a larger one, a decision without regard for or belief in our small counties and towns. The statement goes on to say, any state-sponsored project demands a high level of accountability. With a resource as vital as water at stake, Hoosier taxpayers deserve greater transparency than IEDC provides.
This is a significant discussion that we should have.
The criticism about transparency comes 2 months after 13 News asked IEDC for hundreds of pages of documents related to the Wabash Pipeline project. The agency has not yet provided any of those documents. And earlier this year, when the agency turned over other pipeline reports requested by 13 Investigates, IEDC blacked out large portions of the documents to hide key details of the project.
There should be a spirit of transparency.
If you were still running IEDC, you would not be doing this pipeline project?
We would have never, used state tax dollars to go buy, 1,000 or 10,000 acres. We think that really should be the private sector doing that kind of activity.
What do other candidates for governor think about the pipeline? Well, Republican Curtis Hill told 13 News he'd like to halt the project until measures are in place to minimize environmental and economic disruptions. Republican Senator Mike Braun says Indiana has already invested too much time and money into the project to let it be jeopardized by poor communication and a lack of collaboration seen from state officials. And Democrat Jennifer McCormick didn't say exactly where she stands on the pipeline, but she told 13 News she wants a reasonable balance between economic development and preserving natural resources. Candidate positions on the pipeline might become a real factor in the upcoming governor's race, according to Capitol Chronicle State House reporter Casey Smith.
I think this could become an issue that becomes more prominent in the 2024 gubernatorial race. First off, this project overall is a massive project. This innovation district, the pipeline, all of it together, it's not just millions, it's billions of dollars. It's also affecting a lot of homeowners, folks along that high-tech corridor. Given Doden's kind of criticism, now that he's starting the conversation among the candidates, it could heat up even more, especially over this next year.
We've repeatedly asked IEDC to meet with 13 News to discuss the pipeline. Each time the agency denied our requests, saying they'll let us know when they're ready to talk. In the meantime, 13 Investigates continues to press IEDC for important pipeline records, and we'll share them with you when we get them. I'm Bob Siegel, 13 Investigates.
And Bob has more about this topic on WTHR.com/13 Investigates. That would include the full comments from each of the declared candidates for governor.